Ashraf Aboulil here on Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, The War and Peace Report. I'm Mimi Goodman with Juan Gonzalez. Juan?
A coalition of American rabbis and other religious, cultural, and community leaders bought a full-page ad in the New York Times on Wednesday calling for an immediate ceasefire in Gaza and for President-elect Barack Obama to convene an international Middle East peace conference. The initiative was led by Rabbi Michael Lerner, editor of Tikkun magazine. Lerner said the group had to buy ad space because the nation's major newspapers are not giving room for this perspective.
Rabbi Michael Lerner joins us in San Francisco. Welcome to Democracy Now! You've been listening as we've spoke to Christopher Gunnis, UN Relief and Works Agency, as well as Dr. Al-Haddad, who is trapped in his house in Gaza, observing what is happening outside. Rabbi Lerner, talk about your message. Who put out this ad and what it says?
Well, it was put out by Tikkun magazine, and we are actually trying now to get other liberal and progressive people around the country to help us go to tikkun.org so that we can reproduce this in the Washington Post and in other major media. Unfortunately, the media, except for Democracy Now! And Pacifica and a few other places, are obliterating the message that many, many American Jews and other religious leaders, spiritual leaders, and just American citizens are outraged at the immorality of what is happening. So we're demanding an immediate ceasefire, but we're also asking for President Obama to take an immediate leadership in convening an international conference, because the direction that was laid out by Senator Clinton yesterday, that she said Obama and she agreed on, which would say that there are no negotiations with Hamas until Hamas recognizes the state of Israel, which of course is not going to happen. Hamas is going to be agreeable to a ceasefire, but it is, and maybe a long-term ceasefire, 20 or 30 years, but it's not going to recognize Israel. So, and this policy is a non-starter. It's a stupid policy, and it's exactly in reverse of what Obama said he would do during the elections, when he was saying he would negotiate with people, including Iran and Syria, despite the fact that he abhorred their policies. Why in Israel do we have the one time when he won't negotiate, won't talk to Hamas? Well, of course, the answer is obvious. It's that the Israel lobby, combining extremely right-wing Jews in this country with a powerful Christian Zionist movement, have blocked out of public discourse all of the moral sentiments of the American public, which would be outraged at what's going on in Gaza at this moment, and more generally understand that the best interests of Israel and Israeli security lies in reconciliation with the Palestinian people, not in trying to wipe them out.
Rabbi Lerner, in your open letter that to Barack Obama, you raise your concern that, having met him several times in the past, that you saw a great hope in terms of the Middle East and in his policies, but that you were concerned, starting with the election campaign last year, that you saw a change in his direction. Could you elaborate on that?
Well, you know, in my conversations with Obama came to a Tikkun conference in 1996, and I spoke to him about these issues in 2006. And he was very much aligned with the Tikkun perspective, which is a perspective that says that the best interest of Israel lies in peace and reconciliation with the Palestinian people. But the pressures that have been brought upon him during the campaign and now afterwards are immense. You cannot underestimate the amount of push that is going on all around him. And remember that last week, the Senate voted overwhelmingly, that is unanimously, to support the Israeli position. And the House voted, I think it was 405 to 5 in support of the Israeli position. There is nothing coming from the other direction, and that's why those of us who really care about the security of the Palestinian people and the Israeli people need to stand up and speak very loudly at this time, and to ask President Obama and to intervene, to intervene directly and to not listen to all those forces that are saying to him, forget about the Israel thing. Don't risk your political capital on Israel-Palestine. Turn to other issues. Now, this is happening, as you see, and you've beautifully demonstrated. This is happening, this moral outrage, this a violation of human rights is happening on a daily basis right now, and we need leadership right now.
We're going to end with Dr. Moussa Al-Haddad, back in Gaza, retired physician, living in Gaza City as best he can right now. Dr. Al-Haddad, why don't you leave your home? How far are the Israeli troops from your home?
Why don't I leave my home?
Yes.
Well, number one, there is no way to go. As you know, all the borders are closed, and if I leave, all the places are unsafe now. As we mentioned in the beginning, the civilians are trapped into this and this is a game being played between the politicians, and the civilians are paying the price. Number one, all the borders of Gaza Strip are closed. As you know, also the sea is closed. You cannot leave. And as a human being, I would like to leave when I want and where I want. I don't want to leave because Israel wants me to leave. So the Israeli army now is pretty close to me, the tanks. Nobody is safe in this area, and as you know, more than 300 children have been killed so far, and some of them are as young as 5 months old.
Dr. Moussa Al-Haddad, the program is ending now. I want to thank you for being with us, and
my pleasure,
wish you safety. Retired physician living in Gaza City. His daughter, Layla Al-Haddad, is the journalist who we've interviewed, who writes the popular blog Raising Yusuf. Yusuf is Dr. Moussa Al-Haddad's grandson. That does it for our broadcast. DemocracyNow.org is our website. I'm Amy Goodman with Juan Gonzalez. Thanks for joining us.